Hey everyone, welcome. Wednesday, 23rd of October, 2024. How are we all? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see all of you in the live chat already. Welcome, thank you for joining us. And hello. There we are, full screen. All right, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the EV show by Ludicrous Feed, of course. Nice to see you all. We've got a big show lined up as always. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but life admin calls and had to come back from work this evening. But we are here. We are here and we're chatting EVs. Great to see you all. Let's welcome our co-host and good friend, of course, Riz Akhtar from Carloop. Hello, Riz. Good evening. How are you this wonderful day?
Hey Tom, going well. There's a couple of comments there on what our audience think you could have possibly been doing.
Ooh.
But I think you were checking out the umbrella in the BYD seal, whether it still has the same sort of texture to what you found in the Rolls-Royce.
Yes, unfortunately, the seal didn't come with a nice umbrella. Sad to say. That's what happens when you pay 1/10 the price of the Spectre, possibly more, 1/20th. It's the way life is, isn't it? You get what you pay for. No golden umbrella. That's all right. I still love it though. All good. But thanks for joining us, everyone. Again, apologies, I'm a little bit late, but we are here. Better late than never, I suppose. Rizna, you've been at an event today, haven't you? Where have you been?
So today I was at the All Energy Expo. They claim it's the biggest energy and sustainable energy conference in Southern Hemisphere, and they weren't wrong. For anyone that's attended the Melbourne Convention Center recently at, let's say, the Melbourne EV show, that was a baby compared to how huge this is. So Richard, myself, team were there, and a few of our audiences also popped in. Solar, batteries, EVs, EV charging. Tesla were there, BYD was there, CATL were there. And yeah, quite exciting. So much buzz. It'd be really interesting to see how that sort of translates into the EV world in the coming months and years.
That's good to hear, Riz. Yes, 6 Melbourne EV show sized halls. Hey, that's massive. Hey, so yeah, lots coming up in the exposed space in the next few months. So we'll talk about that a bit later on. But yeah, good to see Riz, and I'm sure you were stopped every 5 seconds to get an autograph or a selfie, right? Hollywood Riz.
Well, at one stage I was literally ducking and trying to hide. But still love to see everybody. Come and say hi if you see me. You can't miss me. I'm usually wearing a purple shirt.
That's true. Yeah, very much on brand. Yeah, I'm sure you had your jet in the back of the hall waiting to go to be escorted out. Let's say hello to some of our regular guests as always. Hello, Oliver. Nice to see you, and thanks for being a YouTube member. Hello, Strolling Sydney. Member for 2 months. That's great. Hi guys. Smoke clearing out. Yeah, a bit of smoke from hazard reduction burns here in Sydney today. Yes, Billy, we will be at the EV show. We've got some details, including a ticket giveaway tonight, so stay tuned for that. Some details coming soon. Terry says his 2023 seal was modified today for Tesla version 3 and version 4 superchargers. Fantastic. Excellent. Well, I'm glad we were able to inspire BYD to finally get those fixes out to our seal owners from pre-March 2024. So, yeah, I heard there were a few more owners getting their fixes today too, so good to see. Hello, Jim. Welcome. Hello, Scott. Nice to see you there. Hello, Hal. Hello, Aaron. Happy Wednesday indeed. Hello, Steve. Hello, Tassie EV. Hello, Tassie Thylacine. Hello, Jason Oakley. Also, newly upgraded seal with chargers on Tesla V4 superchargers. Hey, snaps to you. Congratulations. Hey, Jez. Nice to see you. Rather wild and windy in Melbourne, apparently. Hello to Midge. Yeah, pretty muggy night in Western Sydney. Okay, Team Seal, good. And hello to, who else we got here? Oz Screamer from Canberra. Hello SWS. Hello there. Yes, you're right. How C10 pricing has dropped, so we'll check that out, of course, later today. Yes, not quite stacking the dishwasher. Haven't had dinner yet tonight, but yeah, back from work just in time to hopefully inform and entertain you guys as well. Hello, Charles. Nice to see you. Hello, Adam Peck. And yes, nice to see you, everyone. Cool. All right. Yes, House Screamer says Tom probably had to chauffeur the king to the airport in the Spectre or something. I would have been pretty happy to do that actually. To drive the Spectre again, not so much to see the king. I mean, yeah, sure, nice to see him, but to drive the Spectre again, that would have been next level. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us. Hello, Gaffer. Hello, Andrew Brown. Hello, great to so many comments. That's good, fantastic. Hey, Richard, nice to see you. Hello, Murray. Wow. Okay, lots of people to get through. Hey, Aaron. Hello, Andy Vet. Yes, awesome. All right, Riz. So speaking of shows, hey, let's get on to what we want to talk about tonight, which is the International EV Auto Show coming to Sydney in November, early November, 8th, 9th, 10th November. So I will be involved with the show as an event host / I guess ambassador, you can call me. So yeah, come along if you want to say hello. And Riz will be there as well, speaking on a few panels and I think speaking to presenting what Riz is good at, obviously, with data and insights, of course, in the EV world. But we've got a ticket giveaway too, by the way. So if you want to be in the running to win some tickets, we're going to give away 5 tickets tonight. And before we give you some details on how to win these tickets, if you are a performance or a long-range channel member, we've got tickets to give away to you for free already. Okay, so there's a post on YouTube with details about that, so check that out. But essentially, performance members get 4 tickets as allocation, and long-range members get 2 tickets. All right, so 2 free tickets for long-range members, 4 free tickets for performance members. If you're a standard range member, thank you very much for your support. But if you want to get free tickets, feel free to upgrade to either long range or performance. But like I said, for each stream over the next 3 weeks leading up to this event, we're going to give away tickets. So the code word for tonight, if you want to be in the running, is #Sydney. Okay, so this is what you got to type into your comments tonight, #Sydney. You'll get one, hang on one sec, let me just make sure that's encoded here. So yeah, we've got, if you want to be in the running to win tickets for tonight, #Sydney with your comments. And just letting you know too, performance and long range members, if you win tickets tonight, you won't be eligible to collect them. So you will already be getting free tickets. So don't put #Sydney if you're a performance or a long range member. But for everyone else, yeah, #Sydney is the hashtag keyword for tonight if you want to be in the running. We'll draw 5 tickets at the end of the show to get those tickets out to you guys. And again, like I said, next week and the week after, we'll be doing the same thing. Riz, I mean, are you excited for this show? Surely it's going to be a huge event.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, it's looking like there'll be quite a few new EVs possibly seen for the first time as well. So should be interesting. I mean, it's supposed to be the big one, the international EV show. So, I'm really excited just to check it out.
Yeah, that's right. The event organizers say they want to basically bring back, what we had in Sydney and Melbourne, which is the International Motor Show like 10 years ago, right? So this is the new, the new motor show, the EV Auto Show, which will be hopefully a annual thing in Sydney and Melbourne moving forward. So it's going to be a huge, huge event. Lots of OEMs hopefully exhibiting, and lots of panels to listen to and keynote speakers to listen to. Of course, I think Riz, yourself, you're doing a couple of presentations over the next over the weekend.
Yeah, I'll be doing stuff on Friday. I'll be in town for that, and yeah, should be a good show. There's lots of interesting things. I think Nirav and a couple of others, friends of the channel that will also be there as well. So yeah, it'd be good to catch up with everybody. I think from memory, Tom, that Deepal is it S07? Yeah, the pricing will be unveiled at the show.
Correct, yes. I was at the launch last week, and they did say the pricing will be announced at the International EV Auto Show. So that's something to definitely get on to if you want to check out the pricing. I'm hoping it'll be starting with a 4, but that could be dreaming. I think probably around a 5, mid-5s. That's probably what I think it's going to be priced at, which will be very much in that Model Y territory, which is what a lot of these new SUVs will be targeting at. So again, #Sydney, that's what you got to type tonight. Only one entry per comment, basically, or per account, and then we'll draw them at the end of the night. I'll keep reminding you guys as the night goes on. Okay, so that's the Sydney EV Auto Show or International EV Auto Show coming up in Sydney in early November. Let's move on to some stories tonight. And we talked about the We Robot event in America last week, where Tesla announced their Cybercab and also the Cybervan. There were some comments about the Cybercab being too small potentially, but Riz, you love your rappers, and this is rapper 2 Chains below at the event. 6'5", and no problem, he got in okay.
Well, as you know, I'm all about popular culture and hip hop on this show. And when rappers like Two Chains get in one, you know that this is legit. All we now need to see is Big Shaq in one of these. If he can get one, even if the seats have to be rolled back or anything like that, uh, maybe the Robovan is the right vehicle for him. But for Two Chains, this is it. He's clapping. He's happy. He knows that he can get in, and he's ready for the future.
Yeah, I think Riz, Shaq's gonna need a cyber van just for him and his entourage, right? And the cybercab might be a bit of a stretch for him.
Well,
But
that's it. Or you can see Two Chains and his mate in the vehicle, so that's 4 Chains in that car. So yeah, it can happen.
4 Chains. I think me and Riz will take that name. Thanks very much.
4 Chains.
4 Chains. I love it. Yeah, it's good to see. Thanks everyone for joining us. We've got some more people joining us on the stream. Thanks to Jason for gifting us 5 Ludicrous Feed memberships. Fantastic. And thank you, Jez, doing the same thing as well. That's fantastic. Thank you. Again, hashtag Sydney is the keyword tonight if you want to win some tickets to the International EV Auto Show in Sydney in early November. Thanks, Richard. We'll get on to some more events later on in the show. We've got heaps of events, like I said, in this later quarter of the year. So much happening, Riz, which is really good to see. Okay, let's keep going. Bit more Tesla news. So at the event as well, this Tesla Cybercab event, they were talking about induction charging too. So this is a screenshot of Tesla showing off wireless charging with the Cybercab. How cool is that?
It's 25 kilowatts. Apparently, that's what the screen sort of shows. That's faster than what most of us can get on 3-phase. So yeah, it's
That's true. I mean, look, this is 38% state of charge, right? Getting 25 induction. We know wireless charging is not nearly as fast as plugged-in charging. That we see that with our devices every day. But imagine streets with wireless charging. If you're idling, just park there. Don't have to worry about cables. Just charge up whenever you can. Be a good future. Anyway, good to see. And then there was obviously talk about the Optimus robots or Autobots at the event last week being sort of tele-powered rather than being sort of full autonomous. But if you want to see what Optimus looks like by navigating by himself, this is a nice little video. There we go. That's what he sees, or that's what it sees in front of it, in that corner there. What do you think, Riz? Would you want to have one of these guys in your home?
I think so. I mean, how else to increase productivity in life by having an Optimus robot basically doing everything? By the time you get home, everything's done, so you can put your feet back and it's I might have 2. I'll call them 2 bots, like 2 chains.
Why don't you daisy chain them up? Call them like 8 chain.
Oh yeah,
right. Clean the whole house together.
That's it.
I mean, this will be quite fun, having it serve you snacks and things.
Yeah, they tried to showcase that at the event. I think one of the bots was pouring beer, another one was handing stuff out, which is cool to see. I mean, it's pretty impressive how far Tesla's come from someone wearing a robot suit to being able to sort of do things. And if what they say is true, which is it's using the same sort of the autopilot computer that they've got in the cars, and it's able to understand the world around it and get trained that way, Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It is very impressive indeed. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind something to clean my house like that. I guess. Yeah, clean the car, wash the car, maybe drive the car for me.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
maybe not. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Kuma says I'll ask this robot to clean my utensils. Yeah, why not? I'd do the same. And Gaffer says, who wouldn't want something at home to do with all the drudgery? Not sure I would afford them at first, though. Yeah, I wonder what that'd be priced at, right? Hmm. All right, let's keep going. We've got, of course, we talked about the Leapmotor C10 Riz a bit earlier on in the show, announcing their pricing. So let's get right into it. Here we go. This is Leapmotor C10.
Yeah, so firstly, I'd like to say I love the pricing that they have decided to go with, particularly with the last three digits of the pricing. For starting with 45,888 for the entry level style variant, and then the more premium design variant is 49,888. Um, Pretty feature packed vehicle, and I think it's the first electric vehicle that is the size of a mid-sized SUV, so Model Y sort of sized car that is priced at launch around 45 grand. That's pretty good. That's sort of doing what the Atto did a couple of years ago, sort of 2 years ago, but at a with a much bigger car. So, EV pricing is coming down.
Yeah, you're right, Riz. I like the number 888. Well, I mean, I'm disappointed it wasn't 48,888 for the premium model, right? But yeah, 845 and 49, that's like music to my ears. Well, hopefully Deepal will follow suit and give us a 4 as well for their entry level. But you're right, it's 4.74. Model Y is 4.75 meters in length, so very close in size and length, and not a bad design as well. Again, that minimalistic contemporary styling. A bit more boxy at the end here, not quite a fastback, but still, nonetheless, smart looking vehicle. Bit of detail through the light signature as well. The wheels look pretty good in the alloys. And what have we got here? Some of the specs. So V2L, 14.6 central display, so pretty standard. Most screens are kind of that 14, 15 inch. Celta chassis. Do we know which battery they're using?
It's a 70 kilowatt hour. I think it's an LFP. I'll have to double check that one.
Mm. Yeah, I wonder which company's supplying them. But it's apparently fast charging up to 84 kilowatts. I think D-Power is about 82. Out of 3 is about 89. So they're kind of that sort of 80 to 90 kilowatt range. What else we got here? We've got NFC Bluetooth smart key. That's good. Over the air updates. And fixed panoramic glass roof with sunshade as well. That's good. So yeah, I think it's pretty compelling, Riz. Did you know anybody who got invited to the launch or anything, or is this like a soft launch?
The only people that I know that got invited were, I think, mainly the traditional journalists. I know Matt Campbell, who's got the channel The Right Car on YouTube, was invited, and he seemed to think it was pretty good. Obviously,
Hmm.
they must have been told about the pricing back then. Maybe it was over a month ago, but it would still be good to check it out in person. And hopefully they. I'm not sure if they're going to be at the Sydney International EV Show, but hopefully we'll get to see them. We know we have covered this on this channel before, this car when it was being tested.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it's quite a reasonable looking sort of SUV. It's hard to tell from the rear. Looks like the Porsche
mm.
with the tail lights and the rest, and from the front, it's a mixture of a few things. But pretty typical sort of Chinese sort of EV
Mm.
interior, very Model 3, Tesla Model Y like. But from all accounts, it's a pretty plushy sort of vehicle. So at that price point, I think it's sort of pushed that further pushed that price point down of what people expect of a vehicle. It's sort of done what the BYD Seal did in the sedan space just over 12 months ago when that pricing was announced. So it's good for consumers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we kind of own one foot in each camp about, whether it's good to have all these, Chinese brands come in, but at the same time, it's good in a way because they all help to reduce the price of this mid-size SUV, which is very popular as we know. It's good to see one in the 40 something bracket. Hopefully, will encourage more price cuts from other brands. And you can see there's dual screens, one in the center, one in the instrument cluster area. Not quite integrated, but that's okay. And the interior is very bold, right? It's a bit different, which is fine. And you can see already some of the UX is very Tesla-like, right? Got the icons across the bottom, got the big sort of center area with the wallpaper, which is fine. I think imitation is a great form of flattery. It means that it's working well for Tesla, and Leapmotor obviously feel that this is the way to go forward. We've seen that with other brands too, haven't we? The ones we tried, like Smart and Deepal even, and yeah, Xpeng.
Yeah, it definitely is all heading that way. I quite like the green, the jade green. That is one of the colors.
Mm,
Usually, you'd find that on a high-end BMW M3 or something like that with the custom color on it. But that's only $990 as a premium paint. The only standard inclusion is the white, which is still fine. It's a pearl white.
mm.
So yeah, quite. Look, I think I really hope that Leapmotor does well. It's, to be honest, Stellantis is one of the only few EVs that they have in the market.
Mm.
And if they're
Oh,
going to really go into it in a big way, then they need to get this vehicle out to as many people as possible.
don't forget the Fiat 500e and the what's the other
Yes,
one? Abarth
a
500e as
bath.
well.
Yeah. Slightly. I think you could probably fit two 500Es in one of these.
Two Fiats.
Two Fiats. Yeah, that's right.
It seems to be a lot of inclusions. Like you said, 70 kilowatt hour battery, rear wheel drive. That's good. 160 kilowatt. 18-inch alloys. Yeah, lots of good specs there. Qualcomm Snapdragon. That seems to be a buzzword at the moment with the chip. 360 camera. That's good. And 8-year battery warranty. That's pretty standard. And I think I saw 7-year vehicle warranty as well. So that's a nice long vehicle warranty. That's good. Yeah, so hopefully either Riz or myself will be able to see one of these in person and give you more insights as well moving forward. But it looks very promising, certainly.
Just before I guess we move on to the next story, Tom, what do
Mm,
you think would happen to a, last week it was a big week of a lot of unveils, a lot of announcements. We had Zeekr, we had Deepal, which you attended, we had the MG Cyberstar, and Kia EV5 that had its sort of drive event, but also the pricing was released.
mm.
Um, it, this price today makes the EV5 look very expensive.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, EV5 is what 56K drive away. That's a good, $11,000 more than. Well, I'm not sure about the drive away price, but at least around that $10,000 more expensive than what C10 is offering with their base variant. Um, Again, yeah, I mean in some ways these brands they're kind of self-regulating themselves, right? Because they themselves tell us how where they think they fit in the market. So clearly, Leapmotor feel that they are a far better value compared to say Deepal, compared to Xpeng, compared to Zeekr X, compared to a Kia EV5. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the quality is like. And obviously how it drives as well with the UX, the software. So interesting times ahead.
Well, I've read that it has one pedal drive. I'm not sure whether, I mean, that
Mm,
was in one of the press releases for the C10. And also it raises another question. Some of us might have seen that at the Paris Auto Show last week, Leapmotor unveiled the B10, which is probably the size of the Atto 3. Now, if the
mm,
C10 starts with 45,888, then the B10 would have to be in the late 30s to early 40s, and that car looked very cool. Like quite, I know it's an SUV, and we want other sort of body types as well, but
mm.
that car would be, under 50, under 40 grand. And if that happens, then it really starts to, it gets pretty scary from some of the brands that have released their prices recently, particularly the Koreans, and as we know, the Japanese are basically
Mm.
non-existent in this space.
Well, seeing the comments here in the live chat about Mitsubishi not being happy with Chinese EVs. Peter makes a good point. It's funny how Mitsubishi wanted us to bring tariffs to keep their Chinese competition out, just like the American car companies reacted to the Japanese 40 years ago. What's going on? They're doing what was done to them in the past.
Well, funnily enough, the very first EV I actually drove was a Mitsubishi in 2010, the
Hmm.
Maev, and that they had how much? We're talking nearly 15 years. They were 15 years ahead of everyone, but what
They
happened?
were.
Nothing.
That's true. They were the first to market, and all they had to show for it after that was the Outlander PHEV, right? That was pretty good selling for a while till the C line came along. Jason's saying that the C10's got an LFP battery, so hopefully that
Yeah.
will be confirmed. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. Yeah, and I agree with you, John. Hopefully, it's got electric charge point route planning. So yeah, EV trip planning is essential for these cars. Hey, Lewis, nice to see you. Welcome, and hello, Paul. Nice to see you as well. Good to see more EVs coming out, more choice. Yeah, be curious to see how many of them actually survive in the next 10 years in Australia as well. That's what I'm curious about. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, why aren't these Chinese EVs more efficient? Yeah, I've had a discussion with Riz about this. I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of these test efficiencies that they put out, I don't know. Are they standardized, Riz? Do you know? Like Tesla's got a very efficient car. Sometimes, like Deepal saying they're 18. Like it seems to be all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know who's uh, where they're getting these cars tested because
Yeah.
everyone's coming out with their own figures. I guess based on your driving so far, what do you get in the seal, Tom? Just
Mm.
in rough numbers. Is it 15 kilowatt hours per 100 k's? Is it 17? Depends on the
Yeah,
drive.
it depends on the drive. Like just around like going to work and just around Sydney in my area, it's around 16 to 17. Just we've got a lot of
Mm,
hills as well where I live. On the freeway, it tends to be a bit more efficient, more like 15 to 16. But yeah, it really does depend. I mean, the Model
yeah.
Y and 3 tell us it's like low, like 14 to 15. But then you see, as we know, Tesla, they sort of break it down into not just the drive, but also like, where the power is going to, air conditioning or charging devices or things like that. Whereas I think maybe the other cars just give us like an overall picture
Mm.
rather than breaking it down. So yeah, I'd like to see a bit more standardized testing too. Oh, Justin says, disappointed with the Xpeng G6 test drive in Brisbane, booked and
Oh.
emailed. Oh, so you were disappointed with the process, not so much the car. Okay, hopefully they'll get back to you soon. Hmm. All right. Hello, Grandpa. Nice to see you. Caught out by WA not having daylight saving. Yeah, you guys are 3 hours now. So just like almost late afternoon, isn't it? Okay. Cool. We've got Aaron saying Model 3 around Sydney getting under 12. That's pretty good. I've seen that too online. And Ray saying 14 per 100 in MG4 long range 77. It's pretty good. And Scott saying 12.7 in Model 3H Highland. Very good.
Oh.
Very good. Well done, guys. Okay, let's keep going. A few more cars getting spotted around town. So this is a hashtag 3Riz getting spotted by Billy in Bondi.
Yeah.
Remember this guy?
Yeah, they're getting around.
Yeah. Now we tested the 3 and the 1, and we saw the 5 in action as well in Brisbane not long ago, and Riz and myself. So good to see these actually out and about. I think between the two, Riz, I like the 3. It's got that it's
Yeah,
got the curvature, more muscular
that's right.
appearance, I think.
The Coke bottle rear and it's the joke here is the designer that we saw at the launch event that came from Germany was trying to describe the design to us there, and he was mentioning how the Coke bottle was a big inspiration for designing the rear end of this car. And the rest of it was, I don't know, he was trying to make I think something about the Nike and I don't know
Mm.
comparisons with a whole lot of different big brands, but all we know is it's here. Billy spotted it, and we'll probably see way more of them in the coming months.
Yeah, that's right. I think this one's a bit different in that it's not a big SUV, or at least not a mid-size SUV. It's I guess, a large hatch or a compact SUV you can call it. It's not a bad car. It is on the expensive side. It's probably competing with the likes of, say, Zeekr X. I guess it is. It's a Geely car anyway, right? So, but not a bad one to look at. Distributed by Mercedes here in Australia. So, yep, that's where you need to go to check those out. And yeah, speaking of Geely, we saw Riz, you were at the Zeekr party last week, I believe. So they also brought out the 009 as well on the rooftop of the ICC for the SWSX event. And Roland from Zapped.au was there to have a look. Thanks, Roland. Appreciate these photos. And that was the test track around the top of the ICC. Now, this was one of my favorites actually in in Ningbo when we were there in China in June this year. This thing drove like an absolute beast, but the suspension was so good with the dampening. It just took the track like nothing. It was really good. So I think this will do well in our cities, Riz. So maybe like an airport transfer kind of vehicle, luxury transfer.
Private schools, you name it. I think it's it should be getting out there. I mean, I think that second photo that Roland's got, where he's got his feet up, I think sort of shows the level of luxury that this vehicle has.
Yeah, I agree, and he's right. This is a very luxurious vehicle. We got picked. Well, I got picked up by these cars in Shanghai when I first arrived on the first day of that tour, and wow, that was like really awesome. Driving around at nighttime with the lights on and everything. So yeah, these should do well for a certain segment of the market anyway here in Australia. So good to see. Now, before we move on, I want to quickly just go back and say hello to our viewers who've just joined us. And if you are interested in obtaining some free tickets for, or be in the running to obtain some free tickets for the Sydney International EV Auto Show, we're giving away 5 tickets tonight. Make sure you use the keyword hashtag Sydney if you want to be in the running. We'll draw them at the end of the night. We've only got 16 entrants so far, so make sure you keep entering if you want to be involved. Riz and myself will be there. I'll be an event host, and Riz will be doing some panels and some presentations as well. 8th, 9th, 10th of November. Lots of OEMs will be there, lots of talks, so make sure you hashtag Sydney if you want to get some tickets for this show. Only 16 entrants, so pretty good chance of winning tonight. We'll be doing a draw each week for the next 3 weeks. Okay, let's keep pushing on. And we also saw this week, what did we see? Well, we got Amazing EV. Shout out to Roscoe from Amazing EV, taking photos of the 6 superchargers at Alexandria, Sydney. Now, this is the site of the old showroom in Sydney. Now it's the Tesla Repair Centre. And it looks like these are available to be used by public, which is great. 6 stalls in Sydney, so pretty close to being commissioned, I'm sure. Okay, and also this week we saw, thanks to Nirav, pointing out that in Bordertown, which is on the border between South Australia and Victoria, this could be the first prefab superchargers in Australia, Riz. We've seen these in the US, and good to see these being rolled out in Australia as well.
Yeah, it's starting to happen. I think it's the first, as you mentioned, Tom, is the first one, and yeah, possibly more.
I think this will be really good for, possibly being rolled out when, I'm not sure if it's possible, but like during peak periods, like school holidays, Boxing Day, Easter weekend, just being popped up and being used, right? I don't know how portable these things are, but this is the future where we could actually, match demand during those busy times with these prefab superchargers, maybe on the back of a trailer or a truck like they do in the US during their holidays. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Jason, for reminding me. Yes. So if you're a performance or a long range member of the channel, you've got free tickets coming your way if you want. So 4 tickets for performance members and 2 tickets for long range members. So if you'd like those tickets, just email me, tom@ludicrousfeed.com. And I'll get those tickets out to you. So if you're a performance or long range member, don't enter tonight, please. This is really for standard range and everyone else watching the channel. So thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. Cool. All right. Hal asks, will Riz have his sneakers on? I could join him for a run around the ICC. What do you reckon, Riz?
Look, I'm going to have to get a new pair. So if I can get them before I get to Sydney, I guess, Nike, Puma, anyone that's watching, 2 Chains, I accept any donations. Maybe some of those special rapper sneakers, and then we could go for a run.
That's right. Support Riz's sneakers. Get him going. Now, sticking with Tesla Superchargers, we've got Okin Warden asking any updates on when Bankstown in Sydney will open. Seems to have been ready for some time. So sometimes these do take a while to commission, as we know, Riz, just to do with grid operations in the background there. So I'm sure Tesla know what they're doing. But judging by the fact that they're V4 housing and they've also got these signs saying, how to operate if you're a non-Tesla, then these will be open to all Tesla vehicles as well, which is good to see. Yeah, but Bankstown is sort of southwest of Sydney, fairly good location if you're heading out that way. Riz needs some Rizbox. Nice. Dad jokes are coming. Keep them coming. Charles says, interesting to note that just after Bordertown went live, an existing store will went open to all EVs. Interesting. 12 more stalls for all EVs traveling Melbourne to Adelaide. That's great. Where's Stawell, Riz? Is that a convenient stopping point?
I'm not even sure. I'm assuming it's en route, as Charles is saying, but it's yeah. I think that was one of the questions: is this new Border Town one was going to be open to non-Teslas or not? But I guess now we know there's others that are opening up. So
it's good. 12 stalls. That's fantastic. It's really good. Now, last week we talked about new chargers at Wyoming Central Coast in Sydney or in New South Wales. And I was saying that these could possibly have been like separate from a petrol station because these are BP Pulse sites, a BP Pulse site. But thanks Richard for correcting us that the Wyoming site's actually still within the grounds of the petrol station, as we get the photo here. So BP Pulse in this location hasn't ventured too far, but we've got a story about Ampol, I think, being, let's see. So Ampol rolling out first of its at-destination electric vehicle charging bays remote from a petrol station, which is good to see. So let me pull up the story from The Driven. So there we go. These will be located, I think, at the Zetland East Village Shopping Centre, so just south of Sydney. And they're very close to, I think, the current ChargeFox chargers, or sort of in the same car park anyway. So good to see, Riz. I think we need more of these for sure.
Well, that's right. I mean, maybe this is the start of something more broader from Ampol, where previously they've, due to grid constraints and other things, they've struggled to roll out chargers at their existing petrol stations, some of which they want grant money for and federal government money for. So, yeah, maybe this gives them a fresh start. So we're on the channel. We can look at things a bit openly, and let's see if they roll out more of these or if it's going to be a bit of a pheasant nest type of, here's our flagship site and we won't do anything for the next 2 years. So if anyone else spots any more of these Ampol sites going up in our shopping centers or locations that are not petrol stations, tag Tom and tag myself.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we want to see these in action and keep Ampol and BP accountable for using government money to make sure they're actually rolling these out. Richard says, is the Zetland Ampcharge only open to ID Buzz? No, it's not, Richard. Pretty sure it's open to all cars. Good spot.
Just on that one, right? Something shady is going on there because Ampol, you know how Volkswagen has really struggled to get any of the ID cars into Australia. The ID4, ID5. I'm sure I've seen an ID5, I think, multiple times at multiple trade shows with Ampol branding on it. And now when they decide to show this particular site, there's an ID Buzz there that I'm pretty sure many of us can't buy. I mean, I know some pricing has been around very recently, but surely it's not a coincidence that so maybe Richard is right. Maybe it's only open to ID buses. I'm not sure, but Volkswagen and Ampol, something fishy's going on there.
Could be a conspiracy, Riz. You never know. Stranger things have happened.
Anything is possible, but if the next site they do, if a press photo like this one comes in and it's got like, I'm not sure, like Volkswagen, I don't know, Golf E or something like that, the cars that we don't think they're AI generated, we'll find out. So keep an eye out for any Volkswagen cars at any new Ampols that are opening up, guys.
Yeah. Let's see if it is a conspiracy. See any more ID3s, ID4s even, or buzzers charging, then we'll know for sure. And prove that these actually work for other cars too. Prove Richard wrong.
Oh, Tom, you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Maybe it's happened again.
Hi, Riz.
Tom's returning. He's back.
Hey, Riz, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Ah, good, good. Sorry, bit of a glitch in the matrix there.
That's all right. I was just telling the audience, and well, I'll tell them now that the only thing that happens when I rock up at Ampol Servos is they ask me for my ID. So does that make me an ID Riz? Don't know.
Just say I'm four chains. Four
Yeah, well,
motors,
that's
four motors, Riz. Come on, yeah, Young Wang U9 Riz. Come on.
I'm either the Young One U9 or the Zeekr 001 FR with
Oh
Kimi
yes,
Räikkönen edition.
exactly. You know who I am? Correct. Yeah. So Elizabeth says Ampol is selling home chargers as well. So there you go. Thanks, everyone. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear each other too. Thanks very much for confirming. Artist formerly known as Riz. No, he's very much right here with us. Yeah. Oh, Oz Screamer saying maybe free charging from Ampol with an EV from Volkswagen. Oh, is that the conspiracy? Is that the deal?
Could be, but I guess very few cars will be getting free charging then because there's not many around.
That's right. And now, speaking of keeping BP Pulse and Ampol accountable, so Nirav tells us he's saying for at least 10 months, his local BP Pulse has been power limited to 35 kilowatts. They're still charging full price, 55 cents per kilowatt hour. It's very similar across the board. So this is something we do need to keep these big players accountable using government money. We've got to make sure they're actually serious and make sure we have these sites up and running to be actually used rather than just paying lip service to the EV movement. Now, Rishi, I'm sure you're collecting some of this data too from Carloop.
Yeah, and look, BP Pulse, I mean, they hit the ground running. Once upon a time there was a bit of competition between BP and Ampol with Ampcharge. BP got quite a bit ahead and had quite a few sites rolled out, but then I think globally they had a bit of a hey, let's hold things back a bit, and then everything went quiet. So not sure how things are progressing at the moment, but yeah, the way things are going now with yeah, and all these both of these companies need to be able to show EV drivers and others that they are serious about rolling out infrastructure and not just about media and sort of press spotlight.
Correct. Peter says the Ampol app is atrocious with shaky 4G data. Pheasant's Nest is getting worse. That's a shame because Pheasant's Nest looks good, but unfortunately, some of this kind of stuff is happening with the actual implementation and usage of it, sadly. Yeah, sorry, Rachel. Yes, I know. Can you hear me? Yeah, like every Zoom meeting, right, that you attend. Apologies. Normally it's pretty good, but yeah, bit of a glitch there. Okay, so Richard's saying NRMA of 150 kilowatt is charged at premium 71 cents per kilowatt hour, but struggles to deliver 100 kilowatts. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Real shame. Okay, let's keep going. Just back to Ampol once again. So this is Jim sharing a situation where the fuel pumps were actually out of action, but the EV charger, Ampcharge, was still going, which is great to see. Good news. All right, let's keep going. Well, before we do that, I just want to quickly just shout out again to the International EV Auto Show that is happening in early November. We're giving away free tickets tonight. 5 free tickets to pretty much everyone except for performance and long range members. If you are a performance long range member, send me an email. We'll give you some tickets. So performance members get 4 free tickets, and long range members get 2 free tickets each. And everyone else can be eligible for a draw tonight for 5 free tickets to this event, 8th, 9th, 10th November 2024. And all you need to do is type in hashtag Sydney into the live chat, and we'll do a draw very, very shortly. So keep those comments coming, keep those entries coming, 1 per account, hashtag Sydney. That's what we want to see. We've got 22 entries at the moment, so you've got a very good chance of winning tonight. 5 free tickets. All right, let's keep going. We're almost at the end of the show. Thanks for sticking with us so far. And yeah, Jason is on the stream, I can see tonight, and proving that his BYD Seal is charging at a Tesla Supercharger as we speak, or during this tweet or X anyway. So there you go, got 108 kilowatts charging rate. That's pretty good for like what 30% state of charge. So well done. And yeah, getting charged appropriately depending on where he was charging at. It's good to see Riz finally BYD listening to customers and updating all the pre-March 2024 BYD seals. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there can't be too many of them because I think it was like the fourth or fifth month delivery started in December. So hopefully they can be reaching out to owners and yeah, just getting it done. I think that's the key. And then maybe there's something for the Atto 3 owners as well, but maybe seals first and then next. But I guess wait for confirmation from BYD or EV Direct.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, it's a good first step. Speaking of BYD, so Denza confirmed for Australia, according to Car Expert. We'll see. I haven't seen any cars here in Australia yet, but we did have some whispers that it was coming when I was in China recently with BYD. So there you go. Car Expert is reporting that they are here. So we'll keep an eye out for that. We'll get Riz's running shoes on to see if we can spot any Denza 09s or Z9s, sorry, around town with that with the suspension. With the what's it called, tang turn, where it spins on the spot. It's pretty fun to watch. Okay, let's keep going. We've got Chang'an news. So Chang'an Deepal S05, which if you want to see what that looks like, have a look at my Chang'an Deepal S07 launch video. I did look at the S05 just briefly at the back of that video. It's pretty much a smaller SUV compared to the S07. So details revealed launching, well, it should have been launched already, really. Let's have a look. What's it asking? Deposit of 1,000 yuan, which is 140 USD. At this point, car measures 4.62. It's not small. I mean,
No.
SO7 is 4.7, I think slightly bigger than Y. No, 475. It's so exactly the same as 7. Yeah, and the 5 is just a bit smaller. Interesting. Do we need this in Australia? Is another sort of mid to small SUV?
Oh, we'll see what they come up with for the price of the SL7 first. Yeah, it's going to get very competitive shortly. And I guess, it'd be hard for each one of these vehicles to compete given they're all SUVs. I know Australia has a big SUV market, but still, new brands, people are not too sure. Good warranties, 5-7 years, which is all pretty good. Just have to, I think, see trusted people like yourself, Tom, to drive them and sort of let people know on the channel. So I think that will definitely help some of these brands get people who get EVs to test them out and give sort of an honest opinion on them, and that will tell buyers whether they should give it a go or buy something that's from a more of a credible brand.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. There is, you can do all the marketing you like, but it's got to come down to, people on YouTube like myself, other content creators, actually taking these out for a run, going for a long drive, make sure they're legit, and that's the way they're going to sell these cars because they're all starting to look the same. The interior is even the same color as the Leapmotor C10 we just covered like half an hour ago. The screen, the UX looks very similar even. So yeah, something's got to be done to differentiate them all, and maybe it's up to us, Riz, to do comparisons, real-time comparisons moving forward between all these new brands.
Well, that's right. I think that's one of the things we'll probably have to look at because it's getting tougher to see what's in the market because there's just so much of it, and they all offer same Qualcomm Snapdragon chip and all of this sort of stuff. So, we'll have to put it to test in the real world in real Australian conditions.
Correct. Yep. We'll watch this space. All right, let's keep going. Let's take some comments actually from the audience. Thanks everyone for your comments so far. Sim says no email communication for his BYD seal from February, so make sure you contact them. I think people are saying your next service, they'll do it for you, or you can book it in advance. Here we go. SWS saying, think when you book your seal in for its next service is when they will do the upgrade. But if you try and get that done. Lewis is saying at Springwood in Brisbane on the other side of the highway from the new Superchargers, there's a brand new BP service station with KFC and Taco Bell on the northbound M1 on ramp. Not a single EV charger. That is very disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's such a busy thoroughfare as well. I used to work in Queensland, travel between Gold Coast and Brisbane pretty much on a daily basis. And yeah, it's a pretty busy area, that Springwood. There's a lot of car dealerships and other things there. So yeah, why not? I mean, new servos, put EV charging in.
mm,
I'm also noticing the same thing. Servos getting refurbished and no provision for EV charging.
mm.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but we just need some, maybe some pure EV charging players. Like we have Tesla, we have EV networks, Charge Fox to a certain degree, although they don't own their own chargers.
Yeah.
Possibly some international players to look at the market, even Zeekr. Think about Zeekr Power and other things they have in China. Maybe that would be a key differentiator for these brands. Maybe some of them may decide to set up a charging network of some sort.
Yeah, that would be someone to support if they actually did that, like Tesla did many years ago. And that's been like, the cornerstone of their success, the fact that they have a decent DC charging network. Gary's saying do a comparison, but need ADAS 1 to 10, wireless CarPlay, lane keeping. Yeah, we could do scores as well. I think that's a good idea. Thanks, Gary. And for those with seals, yeah, make sure you call them. Here you go, Midge saying just call them. They booked it in out of maintenance schedule. There you go. And Jason's saying the same thing. He called and got the Tesla retrofit free upgrade. There you go. That's great. Andrew's saying S05 is PHEV, is it? Okay, I apologize. I thought that was an EV.
Oh,
Oh, you're right. I'm just reading this.
PHEV.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. SO5, 1.5 liter range extender. I apologize. I thought this was a
So
full
what's
EV.
well, there is another one, the pure electric version. That's 56.512 LFP battery pack. It's a
Oh, yep.
combo, Tom. I
Oh,
think.
two pack.
Yeah, two pack,
Yeah,
two powertrains, two trains.
two powertrains, two trains. Yeah, I like that. Two power. There you go. Okay, so there is a pure EV version and a PHEV. Okay. Obviously, we'll try to get the a pure electric one
So
through here.
what happens with this, right? Like, okay, you have a pure EV version and then you have a plug-in hybrid.
Mm.
What happens when they pull the engine out? What's in there then?
What do you mean? Pull the engine out?
Yeah,
Uh,
as in if it's a pure EV, right?
yeah.
Instead of the plug-in hybrid version. So pure EV shouldn't have the engine in it. What goes in it? Is that a front-mounted motor or
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Just a frunk, maybe, because it's rear-wheel drive.
yeah,
Hopefully, yeah. Just more storage. Yeah. Good question. Bigger frunk. Is that the Deepal S07 actually had quite a big frunk? I got to say,
right.
when I saw
That's
it in,
cool.
in Bondi. Yeah. The Xpeng doesn't have a frunk. Just letting you know.
No.
Now, interesting news this week. A lot of you, in this renewable space, have probably come across this website called Solar Quotes. Finn, I've actually interviewed before on the channel a long time ago, Finn Peacock, and some news this week reports from Renew Economy that Origin has snapped up Solar Quotes and bought the business. So I guess congratulations to Finn for the sale. But I guess the interesting question that lingers on is what happens to Solar Quotes? Solar Quotes has been well known over the years for being independent, giving advice. I've certainly read a lot of their articles. Finn's been very knowledgeable in that space. So, yeah, I'm curious to see where this will move forward. How Origin will actually, rebrand or continue the Solar Quotes website. Any thoughts, Riz?
Um, yeah, look, I guess good on Finn. I mean, he's been at it for nearly 15 years, I think, 14, 15 years. So
Mm,
good for him to, be able to find, I guess, someone who can invest in the business as such. A lot of people got a lot of value out of it. He's Finn's been involved in partially driving to a certain degree the information around solar, and being part of that rooftop solar success.
mm,
But like anything else, there comes a time where you either need more funds to keep going, or it's time to sort of hang up the boots. But I think from what I read, he's saying that it's going to be still operated as an independent organization, but I guess we've seen other oil and gas players pick some of these companies up. PowerShop seems to be one of those examples that was picked up by, I think, Shell
Mm,
Energy at one stage, and they lost a lot of customers off the back of that because I think you know they saw that the owner was not what they signed up for back in the day.
mm.
So but then again, solar could be different. Origin could do things very differently, but they're still an oil and gas company.
That's very true. And look, you can argue that the solar panel industry has matured a lot to the point where it is hard to differentiate between the different brands and installers even. So, I mean, it's hard to. It's almost down to like Google reviews, almost like how good was the service and maintenance and warranty, that kind of thing, like with any business. So maybe it is from a business point of view a good time for Finn to exit Solar Quotes. So again, hats off to him, and I look forward to seeing what he does next
Well,
in
that's
this
right. A bit of
journey.
trivia for our viewers and listeners.
Mm,
Uh, Origin was once part of a company called Boral, which does concrete and asphalt and a fair few other things for construction industry. Boral stands for Bitumen and Oil Refineries Australia Limited.
mm.
And early in the 2000s, Origin was split off Boral, and that was the Oil Refinery Australia Limited part. So
Ah,
that's what Origin is. They've got a lot of coal seam gas assets and a whole lot in the oil and gas space. So, you know, maybe it will look good on our shareholders letter. We are part of the renewable energy industry moving forward with backed by solar quotes. I don't know. But I
yeah,
mean,
maybe.
congrats to Finn for, getting it to this stage and sharing the good information over the years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, certainly his work was very valuable for myself and many others who I can see from the channel. Okay, yeah, I mean, Origin is doing reasonable things in the space, including offering like EV power up, 8 cents per kilowatt hour for Tesla charging. So they are trying, but yeah, don't forget their roots too, as Riz said. Now, some more EV spotting. So, Riz, what's this? Roadmaster. I think one of our viewers shared this with us.
Yeah, H2 Rider or Murray is was happy to share something he spotted with his professional photography work. Um, I think this must have been snapped up while I think the thing was either parked or on the road. So
Mm.
100% electric. Not sure who makes them. Roadmaster, but
Mm.
yeah, it's 100% electric. So that's what we need more of.
Yeah, that's right. And Sam, yes, I am still on the Origin EV plan. Thanks for asking. That's right. Okay, so let's keep going. Almost at the end of our show. We've got the draw coming up, by the way, guys. If you want free tickets, hashtag Sydney is the way to go. Got 5 double passes to give away tonight. And of course, if you're a performance and long range member, please don't enter. We've given you guys tickets as well. So 4 tickets each for performance and 2 for long range members each. So everyone else in the running to win 5, or rather, winning in the running to win a double pass for the Sydney International EV Auto Show coming up in November. All right, almost at the end, and you've all heard of TOCA, or Tesla Owners Club of Australia, but have you heard of KEVOCA? KEVOCA is the Kia EV Owners Club of Australia. This is a nice initiative from one of our audience, I think members as well. Gary Buck might be watching tonight. I saw his name earlier
Mhm.
on. He's the organizer of KEVOCA. He wanted me to give it a shout out. So here it is, KEVOCA. If you've got a Kia EV, make sure you have a look at KEVOCA. We know how valuable TOCA is for Tesla owners in Australia. I know you're heavily involved with them, so this could be a very good resource as well for Kia EV owners.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to be involved in these sort of clubs, particularly with like-minded people. Sometimes, one of us could run into trouble of some sort with our vehicles, could be a very specific thing. And then, at least having the rest of the group there as support and to ask questions and learn from each other is a really positive thing. So yeah, wish
Mm,
Kivoka all the very best.
that's right. Yeah. So here you go. Gary's in the chat there. I can see. Yeah. Thanks. Okay for all Kia EV owners. Fantastic. And the current crop of EV owners or Kia EV owners come from all over Australia. So these were the first 150 members from KEVOCA, and I think now Gary's telling me that it's up to 250
Ooh.
members. So it's growing. It's definitely growing. Yeah, Jason's asking, sorry, where's Boca? BYD owners, or is it called Barocca? No, Boca. Boca sounds better. Boca's nice actually. Photography slant. BYD owners. Bioka. Yeah, Ozcreamer, I agree. Good with all the new Kia EV models coming, like the EV5, EV3, EV9. It's good. And I think Gary's saying too that they've got a bit of a plumb line to Kia Australia themselves. So good for
Oh,
like
that's good.
support and maintenance issues. Yeah, that's right. That's maybe that we do need a Boca, Jason. Great point. We've got all these issues with supercharging, and for Atto 3, so maybe we do need to form a little Boca.
But who do you go to? Who are you gonna
Who do we
call?
who do we speak to? EV Direct or BYD themselves?
BYD Busters, I guess.
SW is saying, what about Foca for Ford Mustang Marquee?
Yes.
Yeah. Doka, Deepal, Soka, Xpeng. Possibilities are endless. Mocha for
That's right.
MGs.
Or you can all be part of the Australian EV Association, which is agnostic to any brand.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Actually, well, shout out to the the expo coming up, wasn't it, Riz? Early November as well, in Tassie. Hoka for Hyundai. And no, Gary says that on a serious note, he had to speak to the CEO of Kia Direct to get it all going. So well done to getting this set up. So yeah, great initiative. All right, so let's keep going. A few more events I want to talk about. So Fully Charged sent a email today saying that we've got 2 shows in 2025 for their everything electric. So one in Sydney that's confirmed for March, and also late 2025 for Melbourne. So that's good to see they're expanding outside of Sydney. So Everything Electric Australia returns to Sydney Showground the 7th, 8th, 9th of March. And looks like Melbourne will be getting one at the Melbourne Showgrounds, 14th, 15th, and 16th November. How far away is Melbourne Showgrounds from the city, Riz?
I don't think it's far, and it will sound very silly, but I've never been. So
Okay.
I haven't gone to the Royal Show or anything like that. But yeah, I believe it's not far from the CBD.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay, that's good to see Fully Charged expanding the shows here in Australia. And one for you, Riz, to talk about the Rotary Manningham City EV Expo and Seminar.
It's happening this Sunday, and yeah, anyone that's interested, we're expecting around 3,000 people, but it's very well spaced out. We'll have about 15 brands, um, including Xpeng, Polestar, and AVA, Australian EV Association, will be there. Tesla Owners Club of Australia will also be there, as well as seminars, like seen in that photo. Where you guys, you guys and girls, if you're around, come and say hi. I'll be there talking all things EV as well, and yeah, should be pretty exciting. The local radio stations involved, and there'll be food trucks, there'll be activities for the kids, whole lot of things happening. So this event is 2 years in the making. The last time it was done was in 2022. So yeah, come and say hi. It should be pretty cool, close to Doncaster Shopping Centre as well, with a Westfield there next to the library. So come and say hi. Tom, you on mute?
Sorry, I was just going to say, Riz, if you want a selfie with Riz, or if you want him to sign your car, he'll be there at the Manningham EV show.
You just need to find someone that's got 4 chains on.
That's right. Quad chain Riz.
Quad chain.
Quad chain. Now, lots of shows happening. This is another one Riz is involved with. Rob Roy, All Electric Hill Climb and EV Car Show.
Yeah, so this one's happening same day, not far from Manningham, but different sort of event. Hill Climb's happening on the 27th, this Sunday. Hopefully the weather's good for these two and many other shows that are going on as well. But yeah, if nothing else, feel free to attend as spectators to check out a few EVs doing some performance-y things.
And that's this weekend, of course. And thanks everyone for telling me that the Melbourne Showgrounds is where Melbourne Cup is held. So it's basically Flemington Showground, and there's a train, I think, short tram to the Showgrounds, of course, being Melbourne Cup. Thanks, everyone. It's also got a train station too. Doesn't stop there often though. Okay, good. I'm learning something tonight too. And Sam's asking about Future Drive. I think it's a separate organization, so it's independent. They want to bring the motor show back to Australia in the form of an EV auto show, which we've got tickets for tonight. So hashtag Sydney, last chance, everyone. We're going to draw very, very soon. Cyber EV saying, sign my car, Riz. Yeah. BYO Sharpie.
Viva.
Silver Sharpie.
So,
And what's this? Another motor show. Melbourne Motor Show. Is this the same as the... What is this?
I don't know. That's something else. They reckon we're bringing it back. So I'm not sure if it's Justin Timberlake that's bringing things back to Melbourne, but it's happening. The motor show is returning. I hear that drive.com.au is a big sponsor. I saw a press release this week about that. Not sure. I'm not even sure what those vehicles are that they're showcasing on that little Polestar. It looks like the Thor hammer sort of
Oh, yeah.
look, but yeah, don't know what that is. But yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
Not sure what it will be, who will be participating, but watch this space.
Yeah, I mean, presented by Compelli V. I can't read that.
Oh.
It's not Future Drive. I gotta look. I don't think it's Future Drive, which is the ones doing the Sydney Motor Show.
They've got Shannon's on already and McLaren.
Oh, McLaren. Big names.
Pirelli.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Harley. It's like Harley logo.
Chemical guys. I'm not sure what they make, but I'm not sure. We need electric guys to be there as well.
Yeah. True. Chemical Guy sounds like a car wash brand, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. It's not an EV show, is it? It's just a motor show.
I think it's general motor show from the sounds of things.
Yep. Okay, Riz, that brings us to the end of the show. And like I said, we are doing a draw for the Sydney International EV Auto Show. We've got 5 double passes to give away tonight for SR, standard range members, and everyone else. Like I said, performance and long range members get free tickets anyway. Send me an email if you'd like. Either 4 tickets for performance members or 2 tickets for long range members. We're giving away 5 double passes right now. And for the other 2 shows leading up to, or other 2 live streams that Riz and I are doing on Wednesdays up to the 8th of November, which is when this event, the auto show, will be happening. So last chance, hashtag Sydney. That's how you're going to enter. We've got 30 entries so far. I'll give you another 30 seconds to hashtag Sydney if you like tickets, if you can attend, and try to, only enter if you can attend or if you think you'll be able to attend. Otherwise, it sort of stops someone else winning to attend this show. Okay, so let's make sure this works. There we go. That's the way to win. Hashtag Sydney. 30 entries, sorry. And we'll do 5 draws. So take note if you're a winner, because I won't be keeping track. No, just kidding, I will be. Email me, tom@ludicrousfeed.com if you are drawn tonight, and we'll get those tickets out to you. Okay, got a couple more entries here. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, JE. Only 1 per account. All right. Riz, got a joke to tell while we wait?
Yeah, so I've seen a couple of hashtag Melbournes. If you put hashtag Melbourne in, come and see me on Sunday. Bring your own Sharpie, and if you have a pair of nice sneakers, I might need to borrow them for all the EV launches that are coming up. And I also see Billy putting in hashtag sorry. Now, that's look, Billy, it's all right. We accept everybody. Hashtag Mid North Coast. That's what Jason's put up. Now,
we'll think of another hashtag next week. Yeah, hashtag Sydney for today. Right. Yeah. Well, Quadcom Riz will be there on this weekend at a couple of events. All right. And you're going to be at the All Energy next tomorrow as well. Does that go until tomorrow?
Yeah, it's on tomorrow. I will be there. I'm hoping to get a chance to have a good walk around. But if you see me in a purple shirt, come and grab me. If you see someone else in a purple shirt, it's not me. Then they will sign anything you'll have for them anywhere to sign, as long as you've got the Sharpie with you. So say hi if you're around tomorrow in the convention center. It's pretty big and just so good to see all the clean energy stuff and EVs.
It's great. Okay, so that's it. Time's over. We've got hashtag Wolf Creek. Thanks, Charles. That's hilarious. So 5 draws. All right, let's keep count, Riz. Let's draw the first one. Drum roll, please. Frugal_EV. That's our first winner. You are the lucky recipient of 2 free tickets. Again, guys, if you see your name and you're a performance or long range winner, please don't claim these tickets. Just let us know straight away. We'll draw it again, okay? Honesty system here. All right, let's keep going. So that's draw 1. Congratulations, Frugal EV. Let me know. Tom at ludicrousfeed.com. Your details, I will send them out to you. Draw 2. I saw myself. Definitely can't win. Kuma.
Hey.
Congratulations, Kuma. I think you're a channel member. But I think you might be standard range. But if you are long range performance, let us know straight away. But congratulations, Kuma. You are a winner. Draw 3.
Ooh.
Probably need some sound effects for next week. Tassie Thylacine. Tassie, are you a long range performance member? Let me know, please. If you are, I will draw it again. But congratulations. Well done. That's number 3. This is number 4. Here we go.
See, we need that cool music that plays before Tesla's live streams. It's very cyberpunky.
Yeah.
SWS.
SWS. Congratulations. I think you are also a member. Again, let me know if you are either a performance or long range member. If not, congratulations. You are our 4th winner of double passes. Right, last one for tonight. 5th and final. Here we go. Bob. Congratulations, Bob. You are a winner of a double pass to the Sydney International EV Auto Show. So that is our 5 winners for tonight. Again, if these are not claimed, or if you are a performance long range member, if you were drawn tonight, let me know. And any leftovers will be drawn next week and roll over each week until the actual show itself. So congratulations, guys, for winning. Well done. Cool. Riz, thank you once again for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Tom. It's been a good show. So many interesting things to sort of cover, and lots of shows. It looks like it's a bit of a shows and EV season with everything that's launching nearly every week. There's pricing, unveils, and a whole lot more happening. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears open, our viewers and listeners, because there's a lot happening, and keep spreading the good word.
Thank you, Riz. Before we go, actually, we've got one more draw to do because we saw Tassie Thylacine very kindly said that he took his entry out. So let's do that one more time. Okay, so we go. One more draw. Thanks, Tassie, for being honest. Here we go. One more draw for the road. Marcus R, congratulations. You are our 5th winner of a double pass to the Sydney International EV Auto Show. Great stuff, everyone. And thank you for your honesty too, Tassie. Much appreciated. Okay, so 5 winners tonight. We'll draw it again next week. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Congratulations to all our winners tonight. And have a great week. Have a great weekend. And we shall see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Until then, happy charging. See ya. Let's put the music on. Quad chain.
Quad chain. Quad.
Series. Bye. Oop, wrong button.